Hey, so in this video, I want to share with you great improvements that Carvel has made to Easy Video Lab 2. Now, we're still in beta. I might even run into some bugs here while I'm demonstrating this to you. But Carvel has made some great improvements that I thought you might be encouraged to see and look forward to having here. And as soon as we can get things cleaned up. But so image follow path and the animation, we introduced that in the first version of the beta. And the whole idea was to be able to design the animation to whatever object you're doing. So I have a simple ball here, and I've designed a scene here. I've used some objects here that Carvel has included. I'll be talking about those in a second. But for now, let's just go ahead and just focus on this ball. When I originally imported it or started, I just hit browse for image, and let's just see, I can even go ahead and start it doing it again. I selected that ball, and I imported it, and so I'm going to go ahead and just delete that, and we'll start from scratch here. So because it's already being naughty. So again, we're still in beta, and one of the good things I like to show you is why we haven't released this to you, because we just have to iron out some issues like this. But I'll go ahead and select an image again. We'll do that ball and get that to come in, and now it's behaving properly. So what I can do is, first thing you might notice is that now the path is following the ball, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and size this down and make it a little bit more logical. Now I want the ball to kind of land there and bounce, but if I go back to the beginning, you can see it's already there at the beginning. You can see that now I'm kind of moving things relative to the end point rather than the beginning point, which is what we had initially. And it really didn't make sense, and it was a little unintuitive. It was maybe a lot unintuitive. So now what I can do is I can position it where I want, and now I can see if I go to the beginning here that it's going to follow that path, and I know where it starts now. And that's very helpful because I can basically take this and drag it and make sure that I've got it coming off the stage. So now if I want to, I can zoom in to see this, and zoom out, pardon me, get a smaller stage, and I can basically get something a little bit easier to see where I don't have to move the stage around. But it's a little harder to click on that point there, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But let's go back to the 40%. And now I just want to point out that we now have the ability to kind of even if I drag it off the stage, I can find the stage again and so forth. So let's come back here, and let's take a look at my animation. So now you can see that I was able to adjust my animation according to the path. And so we're still able to do things like I can go ahead and tweak this a little bit. I like to have a not perfect straight path that makes it look more realistic. And I can do kinds of things like that. And so I just really want to finish this off by kind of pointing out that, of course, we have all the different lines now that Carvel has added and the ability to see them, which means that you can start with a line and then kind of that is closer to what you need and then edit it accordingly. And Carvel has also added the ability to add these shapes. So you see this one down here is a shape that I used, that one of these shapes that are available here. And I colored it. You can see that I can even make it semi-transparent. Trying to close that there. It's not behaving. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. And so all kinds of things like that. So I'm now able to have some elements inside. These, by the way, are just layered images, so they're static. And I basically added a blue box for sort of the sky and a little gray box for the kind of pavement or something like that. So we're able to do things like that. So that is coming, and we're getting really excited. I'm really, really happy about what Carvel's done with the image follow path animation, because it becomes a far more versatile animation. Really lets you do what you need to. Obviously going to be great for templates and so forth. So looking forward to getting this into your hands. As soon as we can clean things up, we'll start to get it out there so that you can start playing with it and making your own animations with it. Thanks a lot for the time checking this out, and thanks a lot for your support as well.